Okay, so I tried to go live and it hated me. So I'm just gonna record this and it'll be easier. So I wanted to talk to you guys about that transition period, that time in the beginning of your journey, or when you're getting back on track, or when you're trying to get through that like hump at the beginning. And there are a lot of things that can happen. There are a lot of things that your body's gonna go through. And I know that some of you, in the first week have been in this place where you feel like, okay, well, I'm bloated, I feel super full. Maybe your digestion is working a little bit differently. You feel sore because all your muscles are working, and different muscles might be working than were working, in your last program or the last fitness that you did, or they might just be hurting because you're starting from scratch. And all of these things are 100% normal, okay? So I want to talk about how to deal with them, what to kind of expect, and all of that sort of stuff. So when it comes to feeling sore in your workouts, that's going to happen, okay? There's a difference between being sore and being injured. And being sore from a workout is a good thing. It means that you're using your muscles. It means that, you're tiring out that muscle group. It means that you're doing what you should be, and it's working. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt, okay? So in that situation, we want to, of course, we might do 1 or 2 workouts, and then all of a sudden on like day 3, it probably hit you like, I am in a lot of freaking pain. And not injured pain, but like just muscle soreness pain. And that is normal. But I want to say, don't stop working out. So just because it hurts, just because you're sore, just because your muscles are tender, don't just sit back and like take a couple days off until it goes away, because you're gonna end up in that cycle over and over and over again. You're gonna be sore for a few days, and then all of a sudden you're gonna stop, you're gonna rest, it's gonna go away, and then you're gonna start up again, and then it's gonna continually happen, and then you're gonna wanna give up. Instead, keep going with whatever program calendar you're currently doing. Make sure that you're taking the time to do each individual workout. But if you're finding, for me, for example, when I do in 80-day obsession, when I do arms, abs, and booty, like the triple 80 day, I always find that my legs and my core are really, really sore. So it might mean that like the next workout, when I'm using certain muscle groups that are sore, I just modify, I take it slow, but I still do it, because you want to keep moving those muscles so that they get used to being used. And you'll find that all of a sudden that'll start to like go down. It won't hurt as much. You'll get through that like sore period. But if you start and stop every time it gets sore, it's never going to go away. You're always going to be in that cycle. So let yourself, go through this transition of being in a little bit of pain, being, sore, and you're having like muscle fatigue. That's normal and it's okay. You want to just make sure that you're taking it slow in your next couple of workouts, but that you're still moving those muscle groups, okay? You don't want to just like stop. It actually reminds me of when I used to run track, and when you're done a race, you're not supposed to just like lay on the ground, because it's not good for your body. You have to like slowly bring yourself down. So you have to, the same concept, you don't want to just like halt everything that you're doing. You want to slowly get through the next couple of things, okay? The next thing is, of course, nutrition. So nutrition is huge. It is you have to be focused on your nutrition. You can't outwork a bad diet. You can't, feed yourself pizza and chicken wings all the time and then be like, but I did my workout. It doesn't work like that. So you're probably making a lot of food changes. You might be eating more veggies. You might be eating more fiber. You might be drinking more water. You might be focused on eating certain things in certain quantities that you never ate before. I know that when I started my journey, for some years ago, I was under this impression, like most people, that I was going to starve, that there wasn't going to be enough food, that I was going to be deprived, that, all of these things. And that was not the case. I was so full that I felt like I was gonna burst. But again, you have to give your digestion, some time to get used to the changes. So your body needs to adjust from what it was doing before to what it's doing now. And all of a sudden, you'll notice probably, between Monday and Thursday of this coming week, that your body is going to start to expect those kinds of foods. So you're going to start to get hungrier, in like intervals. So if you're like me, I eat about every 2 to 3 hours. My body is like screaming at me to eat every 2 to 3 hours because I'm eating things that my body is now using and used to. And, veggies and stuff aren't high in calorie, but they can make you feel full if your digestion isn't like used to it. They make you feel full because that's like the whole point. So you're going to find that you might feel bloated. You might feel, really full. You might feel like, it's doing the opposite effect. You know what I mean? Like you might feel like, oh, I'm gaining weight. Like that might happen. You might feel like that, but give your body time to adjust. This is a huge, huge change. And so just like, it's probably it is, I know it is a huge change in your head to go through all of this and to kind of adjust to like, working out and being conscious of what you're eating and making sure that you're drinking, enough water and you're taking care of yourself and you're making that a priority. You have to think of your body and your muscles and your digestion and your stomach and all of this stuff it's also going through that change. So give it time, keep eating, as you should be, and keep drinking your water and making sure that you're getting through those workouts, even if you have to modify, even if you have to, take it down a notch, you have to go a little bit slower than, what's in the video, that's okay. It is okay. So I hope that those tips help. I know that it can be, a really big, like, jolt to your system. And that can be a lot of the reason why a lot of people give up. They, your body hurts and your digestion doesn't feel normal and you feel bloated and you feel sick and all of this stuff is happening, but you're also going through a detox, okay? So just like people go through like withdrawals or detox from like drugs or alcohol, the same thing happens when you cut out sugar. The same thing happens if you cut out caffeine. Like your body goes through this withdrawal period and all of these weird things are happening, but you just have to fight through it. You have to be stronger than all of those things happening, and I promise you from the bottom of my heart, I promise that it will get better. You will see a change, you will feel better, and all of a sudden you'll have more energy, you'll be sleeping better, your digestion will be back to normal, you won't feel bloated, you won't feel that like full feeling, you won't be, that kind of sore anymore. I promise you it will get better. You just have to push through. So happy Saturday. I love you guys and I hope you are having a fantastic day. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.